Hi everyone, welcome to the channel and thank you for your support. Today we shall read the third stanza of John Keats' To Autumn. In the previous videos, you have seen that in the first stanza of To Autumn, Keats describes the abundance of autumn and imagines autumn as an earth goddess who collaborates with the maturing sun to load and blaze nature with ripe fruits and colorful and fragrant flowers. In the second stanza, autumn has been personified as a harvester, as a reaper, as a gleaner, and as a cider presser. Now, in the third stanza, Keats is looking for the autumnal music. And suddenly, there is a shift of tone. Suddenly, Keats is becoming very conscious of death and the advent of winter. Now you know that autumn as a season has a very pleasant appearance and it has the semblance of summer and spring. But there is obviously one imperfection in the overall makeup of autumn, that it seems to lack the vernal music. Spring is so well known for the vernal songs. So, in the third stanza, Keats is looking for the autumnal music. Okay, let us read the poem first. Where are the songs of spring? Where are they? So, he is looking for the autumnal songs. But in the next line, he asserts that there are autumnal songs. Autumn has her own music. Though his tone is quite apologetic. Think not of them, thou hast thy music too. Now, autumnal music is quite different from the vernal music. The vernal music is melodious, it is refreshing, luxuriant, whereas the autumnal music is melancholy, sad, gloomy, and it leads one to be very meditative, very conscious of death. While barred clouds bloom the soft dying day. Look at the phrase soft dying day. The day is softly dying. The day is coming to an end. The autumnal day that was sunny, now the day is coming to an end. While barred clouds, the clouds are called barred clouds because they are streaked, they are barred, they are striped with the last beams of the setting sun. So, barred clouds, the phrase actually reminds us of the dappled clouds, the dappled beauty of the clouds in Hopkins's Pied Beauty. While barred clouds bloom the soft dying day. So the day is dying, but the day is illumined by the last flickering beams of the setting sun and touch the stubble plains with rosy hue. Now, what are the stubble plains? Stubble plains are the empty fields where only the stumps of the corn are left after harvesting. So the fields, the corn fields are now empty after the harvesting is done. The stubble plains are illumined with the rosy tincture of the setting sun, of the flickering beams of the setting sun. Then, at that time, that means it's the time of twilight. In a wailful choir, the small gnats moan among the river shallows. Mournful choir. Mournful means melancholy, gloomy, sad. Choir means chorus. Small gnat. Gnat is a kind of insect, very small insect of the mosquito family, you know. The gnats, they have gathered among the river shallows. Shallows are watery plants like reeds. And they are singing, they are buzzing together in a melancholy choir. Borne aloft, that is carried up or sinking as the light wind leaps or dies. Look at the use of two words, leaps or dies. Leaps here means blows and dies air wind stops blowing. So, as the light wind blows, the nuts are carried up, and when the wind dies, they come down. This up and down, this rise and fall may be compared with the vicissitudes of human fate. Human fate is regulated or seems to be regulated by a kind of rhythmic up and down, by a kind of vicissitude, And full grown lambs loud bleat from the hilly bone. The lambs are full grown, that means no further growth is possible. They have grown to their fullest, and now they are ready to be sent to the slaughterhouses. So you see that the central message of the poem is that decay, incipient decay, underlies growth. Autumn as a season marks the culmination of growth, after which no further growth is possible. Rather, instead of growth, we will have decay. The full-grown lambs loud bleat from hilly bourn. Hilly bourn refers to the enclosed fields in some upland area, some green pasture. So, the songs of autumn, the first song of autumn is the melancholy choir of the small nuts, melancholy buzz of the small nuts among the river shallows. The second song is the loud bleating of the full-grown lambs. Now the third song, hedge crickets sing. The song of the hedge crickets. You know that the buzz of the hedge crickets is very gloomy and melancholy. And now, with treble soft, the redbreast whistles from a garden croft. What is treble? Treble is the highest pitch or high pitch. It is a musical word. The robin redbreast is singing with soft treble from a garden croft. What is garden croft? Garden croft is an enclosed garden. Garden croft refers to the boundary wall of the garden. Generally, croft refers to a coppice or a copse. And gathering swallows twitter in the skies. The final line of the poem is very important and very significant. Swallows are migratory birds. They are gathering in the skies to migrate to some warmer region because winter is coming. So you see that the last line of the poem marks the advent of winter. The poem ends with an anticipation of winter. The last stanza of the poem is replete with gloominess, death consciousness, and marks Keatsian predicament here, because the abundance of autumn is just a state of illusion. You remember how the bees are deceived to believe that summer will never cease because the late summer flowers continue to bloom. In the same way, the so-called permanence of the autumnal abundance, of the autumnal beauty, is deceptive, is illusory. It will very soon pave the way for winter. Wintry decrepitude will soon replace autumnal abundance, autumnal growth.